Alright, back out in the garage. Had somebody comment recently they stole one of my phrases. I don't know if they stole my back out in the garage phrase or if I'll be back. Anyhow, out in the garage, tonight's project. I talked about this a little bit in a previous video where I bought the 3-bottom plow at the auction. This is the Moline Plow getaway trip hitch thing. So this bolts to the drawbar of the tractor. Moline plows get this big round ring that snaps in here. And the way it's supposed to work is you put the ring in there like that, and this is spring loaded to pop up like that. And when that's popped up, then that thing there won't come out. You step on it like that, releases the plow. Or, of course, here's the springs. Got one that's broken. I'm probably just gonna put it back the other way it was. And surprisingly, I sprayed those. So I figured out what size this thread was. I dug through my vintage Craftsman 30-piece tap and die set right there. Found the die that was corresponding with these threads. Got it started, ran it all the way down. Took it back off, turned it around the other way because on these easy. So I put my cheaters on so I can make sure I can get this right. So it was a half 13. I don't know if that's going to show up or not. Kind of does. Half 13 thread, but on these dies, they're marked start this side, so they're tapered inside there, so it's bigger diameter thread on this side than on this side. So anyway, what I did was I ran it down normal way, starting from this side, and then once I got the threads cleaned up, I turned it around, and then I can run almost all the way up to the nut, and then soaked her with some Croil real good. And I don't know that it really penetrated much, but I was able to get the nuts and stuff off of there. But the problem with this is so I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but right here is the ring of a spring. There's a coil spring. You're not going to be able to see this, too dark down there. Anyway, there's a coil spring down in there that is supposed to apply pressure to hold that up to keep the latch part latched. I took all this off hoping I could pull all this out, but I forgot there's this pin that goes through there. So put the wheel in the grinder. Magic television. I ground this side off. Watch what you're filming. I ground this side off, and then we're going to drive that out, get it all apart, get it all cleaned up, figure out what size of spring I need, get this spring on there. Making a run to the local hardware store tomorrow. I said that like it's a big deal. I drive by there twice a day going to and from work. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can take the old spring and get a new one. And I haven't tried to get this apart. Worst case scenario, we just cut it off. But anyway, so the plan is we're going to knock that out, get all this assembly out, figure out where the spring, what size of spring. I don't know. I can't remember what it hooks to down on the bottom. I know it hooks up there because I showed you that part. Yeah, that's the project. That's my project. There's a whole bunch of mess going on over here. This is my son's cart and his toolboxes and stuff. That's my engine stand. His truck was having issues, so we pulled the, I shouldn't say we, he pulled the transmission out. Well, he unbolted it all. I helped him drop it down with our non-transmission transmission jack, floor jack thing. We got it out. We had another transmission that was supposed to only have about 60,000 miles on a rebuild, with a new torque converter that we slapped in there. And when I say we, I helped him jack it up and slide it in, and he bolted it all up. He got it all together. He did not have nearly enough transmission fluid in on the first drive, and well, and by drive I mean he backed out of the driveway and pulled right back in. Front end was making a lot of odd popping noises. Anyway, so that was, day was that we did that Sunday, maybe Saturday. That would have been Saturday, Friday. I don't even know. It was a long weekend. Go here and show you why it was a long weekend. This bad boy right here. I had 8 to 9 pound pork shoulders in there, starting Friday morning about 9:30. Pulled the last ones off like 4:30 in the morning, Saturday morning, for a dinner at church. Anyway, so I don't know, it was Friday after work when he came over, if it was Saturday while, I don't remember. Thinking it was Friday evening after he got off work. Anyway, we got the transmission back in. He had some issues with it. I worked on it some yesterday. Yeah, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening I worked on it. 2 vacuum lines on going to the front end for the 4-wheel drive were backwards, and like I say, he did not have nearly enough transmission fluid because he had completely drained the torque converter and everything. So there's 3 dead soldiers, maybe 4, plus 2 big jugs of transmission fluid. Anyway, I got enough fluid in it that got to move. Still had the funny noises in the front end when I flipped the 2 vacuum lines in it. Yeah, he coaches soccer, an assistant coach for the high school team. He's at practice. He actually drove it over there tonight. I just drove it around the block when I got it put back together yesterday. He drove it 4, 5, 6 blocks to practice. I would assume he'll drive it home tonight. I don't know, but my goal is this week is I want to get that loaded on back to go to the farm. I want to get his tools back in his truck and his cart gone. Stack of boxes to go into recycle. Drain out all those transmission jugs. Change the oil on Mama's Jeep, so I got some old jugs over here to deal with. But I've got a niece getting married this weekend on the 30th of September. So I got a tractor gas tank there that I don't think I'm going to use on the generator project. I got another gas tank there that I don't even know why I have it here, that I want to get out of here. I got a lot of cleaning and stuff I want to get done in this week before I got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because rehearsal's Friday. So a couple days. I've got the grill for the GLP. I really think I want to get a piece of 2x and trace the shape of a good rib so that I can make a buck to straighten all that out, because it's got some wavy stuff going on in that one. Well, both of them really, but anyway, yeah, so I think I rambled on way longer than I thought I was going to. I'm going to get this driven out, get that apart, figure out what spring I need, and I haven't decided if I'm just going to bolt this back together, or I've got this bolt here that I think is the right diameter. Cut the head off, cut the threads off, because the original is just like a peened over rivet kind of deal. So I don't know if I'm gonna heat and peen that, or if I'm just gonna, I suppose I could put that through that way and heat, just peen over the other side, or get one so pretty close to the right length, and just put a nylock on it, just bolt it together. I don't know, haven't decided yet, but we're gonna knock this apart, figure out what spring we need. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Lots of cleaning and rearranging and stuff to do. So anyway, I'll be back.